Alright, this is gonna be a really tough video because they didn't want me knowing this shit. But once Red died, who was God the Father, once he died, he decided he was gonna release this information to me about who my real father is. And that was the person I met in the mental hospital right at the end of the crucifixion that I had to go through in the mental hospital. I got to meet Mohammed, which is my actual father. And he looked just like me. He had the same kind of skin, right? Same looking kind of face. He just had short hair. And I saw him that day that he took all the credit for my work that he had to study to be able to write. And when he wrote the Hebrew that he wrote on the board, I couldn't understand it until now. What he said on Hebrew was how much he loved me and how proud he was for me to beat Satan. When I beat Satan, that's what he said to me in Hebrew. But he was trying to relearn Hebrew because he for a long time he wasn't even studying Hebrew. So he did a little bit of research by reading his books to do that. And he did that in that day when he saw my studies on that board. He decided he was going to give me that respect, and no one else did. And they even turned him against me and me against him by fucking forcing this jealousy card on me to get me jealous of his work. And they turned, again, father against son. And guess what? I found who my real father is in that mental hospital. And now I'll never get to see him again. Because now he even left this earth. Because he had to. He had no choice. This earth is just a planet of violence, man. When God the Father came to this planet, the alien that came to this planet that enslaved this fucking planet with violence, that was that God that I used to worship. That was Satan. I was his best disciple because he convinced me to take sides with him. Just like the whole race. They took sides with him by reading the Old Testament. And when I became his disciple, he admitted, I'm his best disciple. I was his best follower. So I'm Satan's best disciple. Because he trained me everything that he knew about all the training he created with me. He actually was a god at one point. He actually did reach immortality when he came up with a lot of his training they taught me. And he relayed it back to me as he lost his mortality by being part of the mockers. And losing his mortality when he created the wine that he used to celebrate with me. That immortality he used to have when we were both gods. When I was Leviathan and I saved the Mexican race from him because he wanted to enslave them, he got all the credit for something I did. When I came as Leviathan, I was there to help him to see who his real friend was, not the mockers. Satan was one of my best friends, man. And yeah, he'd rather be with the mockers in hell because he's in hell now. Once Red died, I lost my friend Satan. That's why we got along so good, because God and Satan are best friends. I was God, and you was Satan, man. And he got the credit for being God. This is what you do to people. You turn people against each other. You even turn God against his best friend Satan, who taught him everything about training. This is what you do to people, man. This is what you fucking mockers do to people, man. You're the worst fucking terrible people on this planet, you mockers. You ruined everything in my fucking life. And I can't even cry anymore because I've cried so many tears. And you suppressed my tears with fucking pills, so I can't even cry. I want to cry so bad right now, but I can't even cry anymore. You've done so much damage to me. And I can't even talk to you mortals anymore. Because all you do is attack me and act like I'm crazy. Like, if I have anyone in my life, you use that as leverage. So I basically have to stay away from everyone the rest of my life. Because if I have anyone in my life, you use that as leverage to attack me. So I literally can't have anyone in my life anymore. Because they always attack me when I'm just trying to save them as Jesus Christ. And now you see who I am, because now you can't unsee it. I predicted all this shit and it happened in real time. Who else could Jesus possibly be, huh? Who else has lived the life of Jesus? Who else, his father was actually Jesus, Muhammad? Anyways, if you can't see I'm Jesus, then there's just no even point in arguing with you anymore. I'm not arguing with morals about who I am. I know who I am. Because God even told me, is God. Anubis is God. That's my real God. He's the whole creator of the whole universe. He loves me. He actually loves me. Unlike God the Father, which is my dad, who can't even love me. That's who Satan is, my dad. The dad they replaced. Yeah, they replaced my dad for Satan, who can't even say he's proud of me. Because he can never say he's proud of anyone. Because he's just so prideful. That's who my dad is right now. That's why I can't talk to him.